Okay, so I've got a gig tomorrow, so I'm in the studio just picking up some breakables for the drum kit. But I thought what I'd do is just quickly show you the piece of equipment we're using for recording these days. We've upgraded from the BR800, which had 4 tracks that we could use. We've upgraded because we found that 4 tracks was okay for live sort of takes, drums, bass and guitar and vocal, the drums being mixed through a separate mixing desk. What I wanted to do was get rid of that other mixing desk for the drums so that we could put each one of the drum mics into its own channel. That makes mixing a lot easier. So we went out and we bought a Zoom L12. So the kit that we recorded with at the moment is this Pearl Export. It's an old Japanese Pearl Export. It's great recording kit. You can see we've got the close mics, so snare drum mic, hanging tom. There is a mic in the bass drum and then a floor tom mic. No overheads on here because of the bleed from the amps. If I had overheads, then when we were playing, you know, the noise would just drown out everything. So these cymbals are picked up by these drum mics, and in general it's not too bad. So we've upgraded. Now the BR800 had 4 tracks and my other videos showed you that quite clearly. It's not switched on at the moment, right, but you can see it's got more than 4 tracks. So these are both XLR and 3/4 jacks split plugs. These are quite common on most interfaces these days. Now what we do here is we have Eddie's guitar amp goes into track 1, so this is guitar. Heather's bass, DI from the bass amp here. This is the snare drum, kick drum, first hanging tom on the Tama drum kit if I set it up. As it's the Pearl kit, that's just blank. So that is the first hanging tom. That's the floor tom. This is the sampler, which is the Roland that goes in there. So if I want to trigger samples or use sampled drum sounds. And this is the vocals. All of these are simultaneous. Now, there's 2 ways of recording using this. When you switch this on, there's an SD card at the back here. So you can record directly to the SD card without using any computer interface at all, and then simply remove the SD card, plug it into your computer, drag down all those tracks and load them into your digital audio workstation. Or at the moment this is set up so that the USB cable that comes from the back here will just plug straight into the computer, and the Cakewalk door that we're using is mapped so that it picks up each one of these tracks individually, so we can record directly into the door on the computer as we play live. This is left out, right out, okay, and these just come straight out into these 2 Yamaha powered monitors so that we can listen back to the music. And the beauty of this piece of equipment is it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monitor outs for headphones. These are all going out to our individual headphones, but we get a good mix. Basically, that's it. This video is just a catch up to say hi. Still alive, still rocking, still recording. I'll show you all this stuff and how it works whilst we're recording and various other things, post-production. I'll show you in Cakewalk how to mix it down, get it as good as you can, get it up to a point where it's ready for release. If you want to know, then subscribe. Next time I pop up a video, it'll pop up. If you want to check out the music that we're recording on this equipment and putting out, then go over to Spotify or Apple or YouTube even, here on YouTube, right? And go and just search for the ZF Experience. That is the rock band that we're recording with at the moment. Or you can check out some of my solo stuff that was done on the BR800. So basically, if you listen to my solo stuff that's on YouTube, Paul Aston, then that's done on the BR800 because it's just me and I'm multi-layering, that kind of stuff. If you listen to the ZF Experience, then it will be the L12. All right, because that's giving us more tracks to actually get the bass mix right and get the drums right. I've got to go and strip down this drum kit. By the time you see this video, that gig will have gone, so there's no point in me advertising it. But I will advertise some ZF Experience gigs and things like that in the Birmingham area, the West Midlands, so long as you've got a bit of lead time, right? If you're watching this in 2 years' time, it don't really matter. Right, I'll love and leave you. You take care, have a good few days, and I'll speak to you soon.